The rebuild never ends. And the moment you stop growing, something inside you starts dying. You're listening to the Nomad Build with Angel Lopez, where we rebuild life from the ground up. One choice, one mindset, one breakthrough at a time. Because freedom is built, not bought. You know, if there's one thing this entire journey has taught me, it's that the rebuild never ends. People think you go through one hard season, you fix a few things, you get your life back together, and that's it. Like you're supposed to reach some perfect version of yourself, and you're done. But real life doesn't work like that. Every new level, every new country, every new chapter requires a new rebuild. And honestly, I've learned to embrace that because the day you stop rebuilding, the day you stop learning, is the day you start dying inside. I've had seasons in my life where I stopped growing, where I stopped pushing myself, where I stopped dreaming. And every time I felt it, the heaviness, the gloom, the lack of direction. It's crazy how fast life can feel empty when you're not expanding anymore. Growth isn't just a goal. Growth is survival. Mental, emotional, spiritual survival. If I'm not becoming something better, then I'm slowly becoming something bitter. I've never been inside the Sagrada Familia, but I've always been fascinated by it. A masterpiece, still under construction after more than 100 years. And every time I think about that building, it reminds me of something. Some things aren't meant to be finished quickly. Some things take a lifetime. Some things grow slowly, intentionally, piece by piece. That's how life is. That's how we are. Always evolving, always improving, always adding detail, removing what doesn't belong, and refining who we're becoming. Not perfect, just progressing. And listen, I'm not just talking about success or money or lifestyle. I'm talking about inner work. Because the truth is, you can change countries, change homes, change jobs, but if you don't change yourself, you're just relocating your problems. Inner work is the real work. Asking yourself, how do I really feel? Why do I react the way I do? What habits did I inherit from my family that don't match the man I want to become? What do I need to break? What do I need to build? You'd be surprised how many people go their whole lives never asking themselves a single hard question. We live in a world that rewards distraction, scrolling, watching, consuming, being entertained. Technology is like the tree of knowledge of good and evil. It gives you everything. The problem is, most people use it for nothing. Hours get wasted. Days get wasted. Years get wasted. Not because people are incapable, but because they're distracted. Producing is rare. Consuming is easy. Fulfillment doesn't come from what you consume. It comes from what you create, what you build, what you contribute, what you improve. And that brings me to something I've learned the hard way. Growth requires discomfort. Real growth demands it. Going to Morocco wasn't comfortable for me. New culture, new language, new religion, new everything. I had to adapt, I had to learn, I had to be uncomfortable. But I grew. And then Spain? Man, Spain was another test. I slept on the floor in a sleeping bag in the summer heat. No running water, no electricity, didn't know a single soul in the city. walking 50 minutes from the train station carrying everything I owned. But something happens when you choose discomfort. God sees it. Life responds to it. Courage creates momentum. When I arrived here, I had no guarantees, no plan B, no safety net. But doors opened. A stranger offered me a shower. Another gave me water. A neighbor helped me clean. Another brought me a blanket before I even needed it. Favor finds you when you're moving with intention, when you're bold, when you walk by faith, not by fear. This season of my life has been about becoming conscious. Conscious of my habits, my emotions, my environment, my health, my purpose, my destiny. I'm learning from my past, but I don't live there. I'm preparing for my future, but I don't obsess over it. I live right here, in the present, where real progress is made. I'm building discipline, I'm cutting distractions, I'm focusing my energy on things that matter, because every day is another brick in the rebuild. If there's one thing I want from life, it's to live consciously, to build intentionally, to design freedom, to create generational wealth, to be healthy, to be honest, to grow, to improve, to become someone I'm proud of. In that blueprint, it's not spiritual, it's not mystical, it's not complicated. It's daily choices, daily decisions, daily courage, daily honesty, daily awareness, one step at a time. You don't need to have everything figured out. You just need to keep rebuilding, keep going, keep growing, keep learning, keep becoming. The rebuild never ends, and that's a good thing, because freedom isn't a destination. Freedom is the way you walk. Freedom is the way you live. Freedom is by design. Thank you for spending this time with me today. I hope this episode gave you something real, something you can take with you into your own rebuild. If this message spoke to you, do me one favor. Share it with someone who's going through their own transformation, someone who needs a reminder that they're not alone. And if you're enjoying this journey with me, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss the next chapter of the Nomad Build. My name is Angel Lopez, and remember, freedom is built from the inside out. I'll see you in the next episode.